Hello, Internet, and thank you for joining me today. And I want to give a special thank you today to everyone listening because I'm still using my old microphone. And if you can put up with me in this, I really appreciate you sticking around for the whole video. Promise that the new microphone is getting set up. I just have not yet figured out all of the bugs yet. But until then, enjoy the video, and hopefully there'll be better audio in the near future. So, Internet, I actually have a pretty big bone to pick with you. Why in the name of Lisa are we obsessed with Harley fucking Quinn? No, for real. Seriously. Why can I not go one Halloween without seeing a dozen chicks running around dressed as the number one victim of Batman's arch nemesis? Now, before I poke an eye out with my rage stiffy, let me get a few things out of the way here. I'm not going to be able to get all of my thoughts out here in this video, but I'm just trying to get my subscriber counts up, and there's a new Joker movie out, and Harley Quinn's in it, and maybe the algorithm will bump me up if I do something related. So yeah, I'm a sellout. Sue me. And with that being said, I have not yet seen the new Joker movie, so I can't commentate on its quality, whether it's good or bad, but I do hear it's pretty bad, so I don't know. Maybe when that movie comes out, I'll do a review on it and throw some more of what I missed on this video on that. But, you know, like I said, I'm a sellout, so I'm trying to do this video now. I also feel the need to disclaim that by no means am I an expert in comic books or DC lore, anything like that. I saw the Batman animated series when I was a younger carbon-based life form. I liked Harley Quinn then, but ultimately I did very minimal research on the comics or any of the shows, anything like that, for the purposes of this video. So I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this one with a scrap of a script here. And I will be basing the majority of my opinion on the popular sentiment around this character, the little knowledge I have, and a little taste of several appearances of her in the modern era. So to kick off the bitching portion of this video, let me start out with a little bit of praise. Now, I might have a controversial opinion on this. Like I said, I didn't do much research, but I actually think that the lesbian relationship between Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy in that animated series that HBO Max has is actually an intriguing evolution of this character. I figure after everything that the Joker's put her through, it just makes sense that she would trauma bond with another supervillain, and that just makes a lot of sense to me. It's not even that crazy out of character for a character like Ivy, because, I mean, come on. No one's that straight. But skipping beyond that little bit of praise here, let me jump right into the middle of this unorganized ramble and just kind of give you my thoughts as to why I don't think this character should be as big of a deal as she ultimately has ended up being. For starters, she was originally just another villain in Batman the Animated Series. And when I say just another villain, I mean just another villain. All of the villains got great characterization in that show. Bruce Timm did a great job of giving all of the villains in that show such a strong presence and such well-rounded characters that honestly she did not stand out too much as the super special villain that's going to get literally her own series, literally be on the cover of video games and movies and all of this till time immemorial. But she was just a sidekick to the Joker, and an emphasis on the kick because she was a domestic violence victim of the Joker. She had a few standout episodes, and a few of the comics that I looked into with her when I was kind of researching this really gave her a lot of depth and made for a pretty rounded character, all said and done. Ultimately, she was just another tragic story in the city of Gotham, and an example of how the insanity of that chaotic id of DC, which is the Joker, corrupted and distorted the world around him. So, what really is going on with her in the modern age?
Fierce goddess within. It's oh so.
All right, let's get the elephant out of the room here. Harley Quinn is hot. Now, I have subtly alluded to this earlier in the video, but I'll say it here very explicitly that she's sexy. Most depictions of the character are sexy as hell. Not you, Suicide Squad game. But most depictions are sexy as hell. They make my pee-pee hard. They make my socks hide themselves for fear of being used outside of the manufacturer's intended purpose. Harley Quinn is a sexy character. Now, with that fact dripping down your neck and chest, let me throw this next part out there. The other elephant in the room, in most of the modern interpretations of this character, she's boring and generic. Fuck, I'm finally at the first point of this video after 5 goddamn minutes. It really seems like the writers of all these modern properties don't understand Harley Quinn or the Joker or their relationship. And for the sake of my brain being unorganized as it is, I'm going to break the next part of this video into just 3 separate mini parts here. So hang on to your socks, kids. Point 1. The Joker doesn't love Harley Quinn. Really, that statement kind of says it all. The Joker doesn't experience love like you or I would. Or you would. Somebody would. Somebody that, actually has another person in their life that they love. But throughout the years, the character of the Joker has impressed upon me as a reader, as a fan, that he's not an actual person. He is chaos in human form. All the best Batman stories understand this about this character. So when all of these modern interpretations, putting them into a relationship, Harley Quinn and Joker that is, screams to me that they don't understand either character. Harley's infatuation with the Joker is a combination of her sensitivity as a person with her high intellect coming together in the worst form of empathy that you could possibly imagine. So trying to explore their relationship is like trying to explore the relationship between a modern feminist and her cats. It's very, very one-sided. That's it. It's not that deep, people. Speaking of Harley Quinn's intelligence, point 2. Harley is smart, actually.
Master, beam, 打ってもらえるかにゃ。
If you've only seen the Margot Robbie version of Harley Quinn, this is going to come as a major shock to you. But in the original, Harley Quinn's like a doctor or something. Like, she's fresh out of college when she joins up in Arkham. She's not a dumb character. She masterminds a lot of the Joker's plans throughout the comics that I researched for this. She's a very intelligent character. She's been shown throughout the years to be intelligent. But if you've only seen it in the modern area, you kind of get why I have to make this point. In these interpretations, Harley is either made to be just as smart as everyone else. See the DC Universe Suicide Squad movies with Margot Robbie. Or in several of her other depictions, she's kind of seen to be pretty dumb. Look for the Batman and Harley Quinn animated DC movie for examples of that. I feel like when they don't just completely make her a drooling moron or a child, she comes off as one of these girl boss types. You know, the Ray Palpatines or Captain Marvels. These unlovable, sarcastic jerks that really no one should like. See also the Wednesday series that's on, I think, Netflix, maybe? Not 100% on that. And I'm too lazy to look it up. But in the cases where they make her a child or an idiot or both, those cases, she just becomes Deadpool. It's a real problem because what makes Harley Quinn a fascinating character is not that she's just funny. She is kind of funny. She can make jokes. I mean, she is the Joker's sidekick. But the fact that she's just scenery chewing and trying to crack a joke a minute, not taking anything seriously, it really pulls all of the flavor away from this character. It really just makes her not a tragic figure anymore. It sucks all of her life away and makes her just generic. Makes her seem like they're trying to make her something she's not. Because when you show me Harley Quinn and say that this is going to be a Harley Quinn thing, I am expecting the tragically flawed character that I have come to know over the years, not Deadpool. It's fine that Deadpool is Deadpool, but I don't need girl Deadpool. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Gwenpool. Fuck you. Anyway, it really just pulls me out of everything that they're trying to do with the character and makes me not want to watch what I'm currently watching. It makes me want to go back and watch all of the good stuff that was in the animated series and the Arkham games, stuff like that, where she is a flawed character that has all of these problems and can deal with them, but doesn't. Wait. I can fix her. Point 3. Harley Quinn is neither super nor a hero.
また UFO お団子バズったやったそれじゃあ改めてゆりゆり
Alright, so you got me on this one. More generally speaking, we just don't have heroes anymore. Seriously, think about the last movie or show that you watched that didn't have some part of it that was trying to paint the main hero as some kind of gray actor, or at least have some kind of morally gray respect to that character. The last time that I remember seeing a true hero, the one that's literally just impervious and all that, was probably Captain America, and that was before Civil War. So it's been quite a long time. Everyone else has had some kind of selfish motive or some form of anti-hero. And I feel like the irony in this is that this was the exact argument for this type of character 15, 20 years ago. We had too many heroes that were just good for the sake of being good and never did anything wrong. They were always morally upstanding, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Golden Age of comics was famous for this. However, at this point, everyone is the exact same. Everyone has, oh, well, I'm doing this just for this, or, oh, well, if I wasn't doing this, then I'd be doing something bad. Your typical Punisher types, which Punisher stood out at its time because there were so many good heroes. But now, if you look at the most recent Spider-Man movies, they're doing stuff not because it's the right thing to do. but because that's what helps them. It's all for selfish reasons, basically. And I'm putting this part of the rant in this video because Harley Quinn is a symptom of this product, and she serves as a disgusting brown end of this particular banana. Does that metaphor track, Strawman? Well, fuck you, I'm keeping it in anyway. What I mean to say is that she, in sharp contrast to almost everyone else in her neck of the woods, has zero superpowers. What I mean to say by this is that she really doesn't stick out in an age where basically every other superhero is basically also kind of a villain, or at least selfish in some way. She's no longer a unique selling point in that regard. And she also just has zero superpowers as a point of contrast. Let's look at Hawkeye. He doesn't have anything super about him, but he's really well trained. He's a trained soldier of some type. I don't know enough about Hawkeye, but he's got a ton of interesting gadgets, and he's got combat experience. He's been fighting forever, right? Well, let's look at Miss Quinn. She's never fought anyone before she met the Joker, presumably. She carries a baseball bat or a mallet or, you know, some kind of blunt object that she just swings around. And her only training is in the medical field. And it's psychology. So she doesn't even get that healer class buff that you would normally think she would. So then this begs the question, why is she in superhero movies fighting other superpowered beings? What does she bring to the table that literally anyone else can? I'm sure that there's some medical student that has also worked out that could possibly just take her place. And I know what some people are going to say. Oh, well, she's crazy and you never know what she's going to do. Something along those lines that tries to make her an interesting character in these fights. And no, that's never going to be interesting to me. She's played by Margot Robbie. I hate to harp on this point because I feel like I've already brought up Margot Robbie, but I'm going to harp on this for a second. Margot Robbie is like 90 pounds if you handed her something heavy. So when she goes up and starts hitting people with a bat, I just kind of wonder why they're so nice to fall over. It's not like she can take on all these super soldiers or Superman or Batman or any of these people that actually have some kind of superpower or some other advantage over her. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't track. But Spiff, she's an expert in gymnastics, and she's proficient with weapons in hand-to-hand combat, and she's completely unpredictable because she's crazy. Shut the fuck up, straw man. Go back to being a logical fallacy. Listen, I'm not saying that hand-to-hand combat isn't an interesting thing and that you can't have quote-unquote normal people doing things in these superhero movies. But what I am saying is that Harley Quinn is overused to the point that it just really begs this question of why the fuck they would put her on the team when they could literally have like anyone else. All right, I don't feel like I proved my point completely here, but I just wanted to get some thoughts out here while I was thinking about it, and it might be relevant in the algorithm because new Joker movie, I'm a sellout, I'm a slut for the algorithm, whatever. Maybe at some point I'll do more research and put more thought into this, make out a better script, possibly when I see the new Joker movie and I can give some thoughts on the original Joker movie as well as the new Joker movie, as well as Harley Quinn some more. Maybe I'll crowbar that in, but at some point that more detailed video might come out, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. If you liked this video, show me by leaving a like. And if you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to up my subscriber count and watch time here. So if you're a fan, leave me a comment down below if you have any thoughts about Harley Quinn or anything else I should do in the future. I really love getting movie suggestions, not that I've gotten any yet, but if you think I should review something, go ahead and leave it for me down there to review. Until next time, see you later.